Hello guys, Mr. Fluffy Pants here. Today guys, another video. And today guys, I'm going to be reviewing Ocean's 11, which is a movie from 2001, which is a heist film and just has like a huge ensemble cast because, pretty much 11 main characters, which a lot are, very famous movie stars, including the likes of George Clooney, Matt Damon, and Brad Pitt, Don Cheadle, and, a few more too, but, this is widely considered like one of the best heist movies ever, and it's from one of my, I guess, slowly becoming one of my favorite directors, Steven Soderbergh, which he did one of my, probably my favorite heist movie of all time, which was Logan Lucky, which, in that movie, because he directed both of them, but in Logan Lucky, they even make a reference at the heist at, some people are calling, the heist of, because, in that movie, they robbed the Charlotte Motor Speedway, they call it Ocean's 7-Eleven, and, Ocean's 11 is obviously, like, the title is because, Mr. Ocean's, George Clooney's character, gets 11 people together, go rob the MGM Grand, Bellagio, and the Mirage bank safe, or not bank safe, but, their safe where they keep all their money at, kind of get back at this one guy, Benefit, crap, I forgot his name, but he's pretty much like, the antagonist of the movie. He's just really rich and kind of a jerk, and, he kind of stole Mr. Ocean's, ex-wife, I guess, but, at the end, they all make it up, but I kind of went on a little tangent there, but also I need to do a review for Logan Lucky. That's my favorite heist movie, but this heist movie right here is just so good, and like and one thing I've noticed from watching two of Steven Soderbergh's films, he really tells like a kind of a non-linear story, like because like especially like in Logan Lucky, and even with like this at the end, like you see like it take place, like the heists take place, but then like it kind of goes back to show you like what actually happened and how it actually went down, which I think is honestly really cool how he does that time jumping thing, and and the ensemble cast here I think really does great things for the movie. Some of them ain't as well developed as the other ones, but like I think because you're going to have your favorites, of course. I love John Cheadle's Basher. He's just great. He's got like that English accent, and when he talks, like people are like, oh, what did he just say, or it's awesome. George Clooney, honestly, I think this is the only movie I've ever seen with George Clooney in it, so, he was really good in this movie. I do say, Brad Pitt, I love Brad Pitt as always. Matt Damon, is, like, really young in this movie. He's supposed to be, like, the expert pickpocketer or whatnot, but he's, like, really young. For some reason, like, here, like, in, later years, his head, like, swelled up, because, like, I don't know, he just kind of looks weird to me, but, I guess, like, getting into the, actual actors, the other characters, not as well developed, just kind of have their gimmicks or whatnot, but, like, the actual heist itself is just masterfully, like, crafted, and the way that they pull it off and whatnot, because, they have, like, people that stake out, kind of get the schedules of everything, and then pretty much their plan is, even, like, they got, like, a guy, they even got, like, rebuilt, like, a whole replica of the vault or what practice, and we see later they recorded, like, footage to, kind of put on the security cameras to kind of, fool, the guy that owns the casinos or whatnot, which, and the guy that's funding the heist, he wants to get back in because he was a former casino owner, and, the guy kind of screwed him over, so he's like, yeah, I guess I might as well do it, but pretty much, they stick the Chinese contortionist guy into, like, one of the safe boxes they put into the safe with all the money, which, I think the haul was, like, 160 million, I think they said in the movie, like, it's, like, 163 million, because, they planned it on a fight night in Las Vegas, which, and then they say, like, the state of Nevada requires every casino to, have as much, money, like, physically on hand as, like, the chips and stuff everybody's using in the casino or whatnot, which, it's very convenient for them, but, they get the Chinese guy, inside, like, the safe vault, inside the safe vault, and, there's also a bunch of other, like, conveying and, like, kind of manipulation about time schedules and whatnot, especially with, Mr. Benefit, I think his name is, I forgot exactly, or Benedict, that's it, with Mr. Benedict, with, like, Matt Damon's character, he pretends like he's from the Nevada game, whatever it's called, and, Bernie Mac. Oh yeah, I also forgot about Bernie Mac. I love Bernie Mac so much. I mostly know him from Transformers, but he's he's like one of the table people at like a casino, and it's so funny because like Matt Damon, they're acting because they're on the same team, but like. Pretty much he's like, oh, well, yeah, this is an ex-convict, so you're going to have to get him out there. Kind of wastes his, Benedict's time and whatnot. And, and then, Mr. Oceans is trying to, get his wife back, I guess, from him, which that's really his whole goal with this is to kind of get his wife back. I don't think he really cares about the money in this heist, honestly, but, of course he's going to get the other people their shares, because, why not? It's like a good, 17 each, I think, or something like that, but, and, Mr. Benedict has, this, guy beating up Mr. Oceans, for, I don't know, an hour or two, supposedly, but Mr. Oceans just paid off the bouncer that was supposed to be beating him up, but he, sneaks into the elevator shaft with, Matt Damon's character, and, they rappel down, they put the explosives, Chinese guy puts his explosives on his side of the vault, and, they make it go boom, boom, and then, they tip, Brad Pitt's character tips off, Mr. Benedict that, you're getting robbed straight out from under your nose, and they make this deal what, we'll take half the money, your guards will put it into our van, but if you try to do anything funny business or whatnot, we're gonna leave half of it here for you, but if you try to do any funny business, we're gonna blow it sky high, which honestly is I think a very smart idea, kind of giving that incentive, because he's like, well, listen, you could lose 80 million tonight and it'd be discreet, or you lose all 160 million and, have that go public or whatnot, which, I think is very smart on their part, but, we see, because Mr. Benedict, goes behind their back, he's like, okay, call the SWAT team, and, we see, we don't see this at first, this is what I said with, the non-linear, but, we see, later, in a flashback or whatnot, that they actually intersected the call to the 911 and pretended to be the SWAT team. They dress up as the SWAT team, go down the elevator shaft, and then they pretend the gunfire from their guns, because they thought that made them think that the security guards that they tied up or whatnot were they started shooting at each other, and made them think that the shots blew up the rest of the money, so they're like, oh yeah, that is you're half the money we left there is going out, because the SWAT team accidentally shot it or whatnot, but they took that in reality too, and and the whole they got their pre-recorded footage on there of them still in the vault, so they thought, oh yeah, SWAT team's back together, but nope, and the whole SWAT team was actually the Ocean's team the whole time. They take their money out, and Benedict's guys followed the van that they put the money into the airport. And all the bags just had prostitute flyers in it. It was driven by a robot, which, yeah, I don't know if the technology for driving a car all the way to the airport from the casino was even around in 2001, maybe. I don't know. At least that camera looked really old on it, but and that kind of blows up or whatnot, which I think is kind of funny, but and then they get their and then Benedict goes back to the room where Mr. Oceans get beat up. He's like, did you have anything to do with this? He's like, no. And they call up Tess, and they're like, hey, look at this security footage channel real quick. And they see out in the hallway that Mr. Oceans, is like, hey, if I can get your money back, Mr. Benedict, can I have Tessa back? And he's like, yeah, sure, anything. And then Tessa sees that, and, she gets mad, of course, and he kind of storms out, and, Mr. Oceans gets arrested for a parole violation, because he wasn't supposed to come out of the state of New York or something, he's in Las Vegas, but, and, she kind of takes him out, she's like, hey, that's my husband, and she's like, okay, I'll see you in 3 to 6 months, and then we see kind of, Mr. Ocean's team in front of the Bellagio, I think it is, with, all the water jets, them all slowly going their own ways. I think that's really, most artistic shots in the movie right there, and, kind of some hitting meanings in there, maybe, I don't know, but, and then, we see, it literally says on screen as the title, 3 to 6 months later, we don't really know, but, Brad Pitt's characters, waiting for, Oceans, outside the, prison or whatnot, and, and Tess is in the car with him. They got back together, which I don't know. That kind of felt like I don't really feel like she kind of did like a 180 like real quick, but I don't know. I digress. And you see them drive off, and I think the two security guards from Benedict are like following them. I don't know, something like that. But really interesting ending. Honestly, though, like I said, the way this movie's like, and also what's interesting, this is also a remake. Like there's an original Ocean's 11 movie like in 1960, but I don't really hear too much about that one. But this one right here is honestly like one of the best heist movies I ever saw. Like I said, I probably still like Logan Lucky a little bit better, just me personally. But like the way Steven Soderbergh does like his heist movies, like the non-linear kind of formula, is really interesting to me and makes it like really rewatchable, because you catch something each time like, oh, that makes sense, that's how that fits into there, and that's how this happened, and blah blah blah. It's just really cool. And the ensemble cast here is great. I can't wait to watch Oceans 12 and 13. Not really looking forward to watching Oceans 8, but I'm definitely gonna watch 12 and 13 though. But Netflix right now has 11, 12, and 13 on there right now, but I think they get taken off like at the end of February, so I gotta kind of hurry up and watch those. But overall, though, Ocean's 11, I'm going to give this movie a 9.2 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie. This movie is, like I said, I think it could be really rewatchable or whatnot. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys thought about Ocean's 11 down below. Like I said, I give it a 9.2 out of 10. But check out my Twitter and Discord, link in the description. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some other videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.